it's Meg. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be starting a creative challenge, which is always super exciting. So there's a creator here that I love to watch on YouTube called Struthless. You might know him. If not, I'll leave a link down below so you can check out his channel. Absolutely amazing videos all about like creative process and little documentaries. Really recommend. But he's started a new challenge, like a 6-month kind of project that he's called the Alphabet Superset, that I want to take part in. So the premise is that each week you focus on a different letter of the alphabet. So obviously this week is week A, next week week B, etc. And you create like the same sort of format of like creative output. So for this I've decided to make a zine each week, and then you have a sort of shift in focus depending on the letter of the alphabet. So for example, this week is week A and I have chosen A is for action, and then I'm creating this zine or like mini journal, I guess, filled with like just abstract art and little words and phrases all around that theme of action. So that's kind of how I'm structuring this project. So I'm also using one of my books on my shelves that is like the A to Z of garden plants, just because when I was thinking about what to do for this project, I saw that book out of the corner of my eye and I was like, I need to use an A to Z book. It just makes so much sense for this project. So each week I'm going to pick out the sort of letter section in that book and take out a page that I think is interesting from that and use that as the basis for my zine. So just to fold a basic zine structure from that. And so the first thing I'm doing is coming in with some acrylic paint just in white to help to push back some of those areas of text that I don't necessarily want to be on the finished piece. I think it helps to kind of bring everything together a little bit more as well. So I'm not really focusing too much on what the finished product will look like. That's kind of something I did throughout this. So the really fun thing that I find about zines is that you can kind of work on them flat like this, a little bit like a masterboard almost, you know, when you do like a whole big collage and then you cut it up. You can kind of do the same thing with this. So you work across the whole sheet of A4, and then once you either like fold it or cut it, you can then see how the individual like little 2-page spreads come together. So it's really nice to work on it as a whole and then see how those little bits kind of come through. You can see I'm still kind of focusing on the certain sections just so that I have some areas of focus, but generally I'm kind of working across different sections within this page just to have some interest throughout. And I think one of the really fun things about this challenge as well is that there's a real sense of encouragement to like show up and share what I create each week. So I'm guessing that every zine that I make is not going to be amazing. I'm probably not going to like some parts of it, or maybe that like one week there'll just be like a flop of a zine, but the whole point is to show up and to kind of still go through that creative process. And even if things don't turn out the way you like, then there's always things to learn, I think. So for this zine here, I really liked the colour schemes. I also really liked some of the ways that the composition wasn't across the whole of the page. It was just like focused on certain sections. I think areas of it were still a little bit busy, so I'm going to see like in the coming weeks how I can try and work with the patterned, or not patterned, but you know, the text on the background, and see how I can play around with that, because I do want to use the same base for the zine each week. So I'm going to use the same, well, not the exact same page, but a page from this book each week. So there'll be a similar sort of structure in terms of there'll be text on the page, there might be the occasional images, and I suppose it's whether I work with the images. So this week I have used those as a little bit of focal points, and I've also cut out some extra ones to add in. but maybe there might be images that I want to cover up, and it'll just sort of be a process of seeing how I want to do that, how it works in this zine format. I've been thinking a lot about different things I could do to make them interactive as well, but I know that with this being like a weekly project, I also don't want to make it too much of like too overwhelming, because the whole idea is to keep up with this. So I thought that the zine would be a fairly easy one to be able to make each week, because it's just one sheet of A4, and I figured I don't even have to sit down and do it all in one session either. I could, do the background one day and then come back in again and add some details, and then on another day start adding the words and phrases that I want to include for the zine, and just sort of build it up in layers that way throughout the week. And then that way, then by the end of the week, I should have a zine full of all these different things about the letter that I have chosen for that week.
You are like gold dust over me, just like an angel setting me free. Where are you now? Do you feel safe? I don't need an answer, just need some space. Don't let me darken your front door. That is not what I came here for. Do you still carry all that weight? Don't need an answer, just need a debate. Don't stop before it's over. The weight is off your shoulder. Everything we fear will go away. You said it's a promise. I said that I doubt that. I'm your only reason to stay. Darkness has robbed me of my sight. Hold on to what I believe in the light. Are you doing well? Do you feel fine? Don't need an answer, just need a sign. I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling good. Feeling like I never could. Wait for me, I'm almost there. Soon we're floating in the air. So let it go, just let it be. Why don't you be you and I'll be me? That's what it took to open my eyes. Don't need an answer, just some kind of reply. Some kind of reply. Don't need an answer, just some kind of reply.
I loved thinking about and choosing the quotes and like the words and phrases that I wanted to use in the zine. I think that I love to use quotes anyways in journals, but this was kind of encouraging me to really think about the particular words that I wanted to use. So this here is just one of the many like dictionary definitions of action. I thought that it was a really good fit for the page, so I just decided to add it in with my Unipin brush pen, which adds some really nice like bold lettering to a page, so I love to use that within my journals, and I think I'll be using it a lot as well in the zine. And then for this quote here, I wanted to create a little bit of a focal point, so I have that sort of mismatch of collage and paint on the right hand side, and I just wanted something that would sort of frame it all and help my quote not to get lost. So I just added another quote in here, and I was just using the same pen but just with thinner lines to add it in here. And that is everything that I did for this zine for week A. A is for action. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video and maybe it's inspired you to join in with this project as well. Like I said, I'll leave all the links down below if you want to join in, because it's never too late. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!